What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we are out here with a 9-1 overall record and just trying to make sure that we don't look past any opponent at this point. We take on the Missouri Tigers in this episode. They are 5-5. They are fighting for bowl eligibility. And they have a solid little squad, man. They got a B overall team, but an A- offense and a B- defense. We have an A+ offense and an A- defense ourselves. So we got an elite football team. And because of that, Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. But that being said, that does not mean that we are unstoppable. We've been proven that we can be vulnerable at times, and we just got to take every opponent seriously. Now, you saw the schedule real quick. We do have Oklahoma State after this game. That is, the Bedlam series. That's obviously real important. So no matter what happens, this is the only game going to be played in this episode. But that being said, it should be a good one. So make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe. You have to be brand new, by the way. And with that being said, I'll see you guys down on the field as we take on our former friends from the Big 12. We'll see if we can smash them here in the SEC as well. So let's go ahead and get the border war officially underway against Missouri. And we're off to a pretty good start, man. We got a 3-and-out on our first possession of this game. Let's see if we can keep that intensity going, man. We got the ball already in Missouri territory. We'll see if we can start strong here. As they send the blitz, we tried to get it out, but it falls at the feet of Drew Myers, though. So an incompletion, making it 3rd and short. And originally we planned for a bubble screen, but they were pressing up, so I had to change it up a little bit. And look at that. That is what you do when you press up on our receivers. I don't know how these secondaries think that they can get away with that. We have the best receiving core in all of college football, hands down. They cannot touch us, man. And Antonio Dunn gets a 7-yard gain as well. The fact that we could run the football as well on top of it, that's why you can see why our offense is pretty damn good. As 2nd and 3, we look over the middle, looking for Aaron Atkins, but that actually gets deflected away. So 3rd and short. Still going with a 4-wide set. Receiver in the backfield as Royal drops back. Having a running low on time, but finds Sean Albert. Found somebody that was a little bit open and found, made the right read, man. You love to see it. So goal line set, 3rd and goal, and we will end up punching it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the Sooners will strike first once again. We will take a 7-0 lead against our rivals to the north of us. Our former conference rival need this game in order to become bowl eligible. They don't want to leave it to that last game of the season. So Missouri did end up going 3-and-out in their very first possession. We'll see if we can force them off the field a second time as James ends up getting a little bit loose, and he's still on his feet. He's not giving up as Seth James gets another 8-yard carry. 2nd and short coming for the Tigers as we are in our side of the field for the first time today. As Gardner with some time throws it over the middle for Jim Farquad. And it will go for a 1st down. So the Missouri Tigers, they're hanging in there. They're hanging tough. And that's the beautiful thing about rivalry games, man. You never know what can happen in these rivalry games, even with the discrepancy in our record so far. As we have another 1st and 10 coming up. Jay Gardner, he's going to try to run the speed option, but we was ready for it. Derek Gardner had simply nowhere to go with it. We lit him up like a Christmas tree in the backfield. And 2nd and 14 because of it. We send the house again. Gardner looking to pin the ears back. Let's go, baby. 2 losses in a row. Let's go, man. 3rd and 22. Holla at your boy. As we can only send 4. Let's see if we can give this quarterback some headaches with the zone coverage. As looks like they're setting up a screen. One person had a chance to make the sack, couldn't do it. And I was actually really surprised to see that not end up being some kind of flag or whatnot. They still had to kind of punt this thing away. 4th and 19. You really can't do much of anything with that. So we're back with the football once again. They ended up getting a touchback on the punt. So some decent field position once again to work with as we run on 1st and 10 as Antonio Dunn gets lit up. He took a big shot, but he will not fumble the football this time around. As we'll go 5 wide. Royal looking in the pockets. Got some time, but threw late. He was looking for Aaron Atkins over the middle and threw that pass late enough to where Jeremy Brock was able to get his hands on the football, and he will not drop it. So the interception gets Missouri some great field position to work with as Derek Gardner continues to run these speed options, but they don't work. They don't work like that, my guy. And it's now 3rd and long. Trying to not go 3 and out. Gardner with some time over the left-hand side. He's got Farquaad and gets himself out of bounds. As that wraps up the first quarter, actually been some exciting action so far as we are up 7-0 so far in this game. So we go ahead and get into the second quarter in this one. We got a 3rd and long. We'll see if the defense can get him off the field this time as Gardner facing some pressure, dumps it onto McGee, but just nowhere left to go. Linebacker able to come up, make the tackle, and force looks like about a, I want to say 49-yard field goal, and is wide left. Huge miss as Missouri does not come away with any points there. As we check in on a studio update, Georgia, who we might face in the SEC championship, they're taking on LSU right now, and they're in a close one, only up by 7. So that will be something to keep an eye on as Georgia is currently ahead of us in the top 25 rankings. One of the teams that we will need to hurdle if we want to give ourselves an opportunity to play for the national championship. Despite the loss that we do have, it is certainly not out of the question yet. We just need a little bit of chaos in the top 10, and we should be in there, especially considering we're playing in a really tough SEC conference. I think 12-1 would give us an opportunity to play for the Natty, as Royal will run it up the gut off the read option. His first carry of the day is going to go for a gain of 9. Is now 2nd and short. Going to go put the ball in Brett Parker's hands, and he's a dangerous character, but couldn't get to the outside, so a very minimal game. Still good for the first down, though, so no complaints over here. As a few plays later now, 3rd and 10, trying to get it out. We was looking for Brett Parker there, but there was a little bit of miscommunication. Maurice Royal was thinking he was going on a fade. And 4th and 9, we're in no man's land. We're going to go for it, and we don't have the time to see a receiver get open, unfortunately. So we do end up going ahead and turning the ball over on downs. And Missouri will end up taking over. Look at this run by James. I thought we had the man contained, but that was certainly not the case. I can't even be mad at that. That was a fantastic run for sure. It's now 1st and 10. Gardner looking to the right-hand side. He's going to get loosed a little bit. He's got some space, and Derek Gardner is going to go ahead and pick up the first down. So now, 1st and 10 coming. Gardner in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. No, it's an option. He's got some space too. Gets away from one defender, and it's a 7-yard rush. That will at least put the Missouri Tigers in field goal range. As we got another 2nd and short coming. Gardner under center. Looking for Williams, and does end up finding Aaron Williams for yet another first down. So closing in on the red zone as they're still only down by 1 possession. As Gardner looks to tie this thing up for the Tigers. As Ron Bridges gets open on the perimeter, a 7-yard catch. his first touch of the game. So we got second and short now, and officially the Missouri Tigers are now in the red zone as they try to keep it on the read option. Gardner gets loose again, is able to slice and dice his way for a 9-yard carry. Now a goal line set, just a few yards away from tying this thing up. Green, he's in the game, he's their athletic quarterback, but the defense is not full. Brian Green, nowhere left to go. And we will force them to settle for a field goal. So we are now up 7-3. That is the first points that we surrendered on the defensive side of the football. And, I mean, we've had some promising drives in this one, but we haven't been able to finish besides that first drive of the game, to be honest with you. So let's see if we can get ourselves back on track. And right now, looking pretty good. Antonio Dunn's going to get himself an 8-yard carry. But let's see if we can take advantage of the fact that they got 9 guys in the box. As Royal looking, trying to throw it over to the left-hand side, but just not sure who he's trying to throw it to. And it'll lead to 3rd and short. Going with the 5 wide. Royal dropping back, looking to the left, and that's off target as well. Maurice Royal struggling in this game. Starting 5 for 12. Definitely not the Maurice Royal that we're accustomed to seeing. And not necessarily getting a ton of help either as Drew Myers dropped that pass for him. So now 5 for 13 on the day. We'll see if we can get one of these passes, to go for him. We throw short. Get it to Brett Parker just to get our quarterback in a little bit more rhythm. And it ends up being a face mask penalty. So we get a little bit of luck. We get a little bit of help, of course, as Brian Mitchell is going to be called. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty. So 5 wide set, 1st and 10. Royal scrambling out of the pocket. Looks, finds Dan Romero late as he was getting hit. And now the boys will be getting to the line of scrimmage. 49 seconds left. Royal looks right. He's going to try to scramble. He's looking for someone to get open. And he's trying to get the scramble drill. He was looking for Aaron Atkins, but it will not connect. So now 2nd and 10 with 43 seconds left. Royal dropping back again. Got some time. Finds Drew Myers. And he will come down with a catch this time. Gain of 26. As we get to the line of scrimmage quick. They're sending the house. Royal looking. End zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As Oklahoma will get that second score up on the board. A little bit of trouble getting that passing attack going, but that was Maurice Royal's best drive of the game. Throwing the football. As that will wrap up that first half of play. And we get a nice little lead. We're up 14-3, but I would like to see us play a little bit better in the second half. But since we did end up deferring to the second half, let's go ahead and get this thing underway. We get the ball to start the second half. And Jeremy Tate, he got some great space to work with. 1 man left to beat. Can't necessarily beat him. The rest of the team is able to catch up. Still a really great return. Except we get called for a clipping. Our fullback, Brian Gordon's going to be called. So instead of starting at midfield, look where we are. We are on the 12-yard line. So a lot of work to do before we can even start worrying about getting some more points on the board. So got our work cut out for it. We'll see what this offense can do here. 3rd and short. Going to go with the 5 wide set as Royal jumps back, looks to the left, and finds Dan Romero quickly in order to go ahead and pick up that first down there. That's Dan Romero's 3rd catch of the day. As now 1st and 10 coming up. As now going to hand it on to Antonio Dunn. He's going to go ahead, run it up for an 8-yard gain. So a 2nd and short coming for Oklahoma. As we'll see if we can get Antonio Dunn a little bit more involved on this drive. Another carry for him. Nice cut. And gets caught from behind. But reaching midfield, though, you absolutely love to see it. It's another 1st and 10. As Royal hangs back. Looks in the pocket. Looks left. Finds Sean Albert. Sean Albert making some guys miss. Oh, baby. 18-yard grab for Sean Albert. And how about those moves? And how about those cuts, baby? That's what you love to see from our receivers. Making a play for your quarterback. Speaking of making plays, Dan Romero with another big grab. And this sets up another 3rd down. We've been really good with this on this drive. We'll see if we can keep it going. Just one more inch. Done with the handoff. They load over to the left-hand side, but it doesn't matter, though, as we run in that direction and still manage to pick up the 1st down. Prove you can stop us, my guy. That's all I'm saying. And we're now in the red zone after starting inside the 15, and Atkins almost gets it in the end zone. He was right there, but couldn't punch it in. We'll see if Dunn can do just that. 1st and goal from the 1, and it's an easy touchdown, man. It's barbecue chicken, and we extend our lead against our rivals in the border war, and we are now officially up 21-3. And this Missouri team desperately needs a score. We'll see if Gardner can deliver. Over the middle, and Farquaad gets loose. It's a foot race. Can Webb bring him down? No! But the rest of the secondary catch up. But a huge gain by Jim Farquaad nonetheless. 1st and 10 from the 15. Big one here. Gardner looking over to the right-hand side. End zone! They mark him out, though. I thought that was actually a catch. We might have gotten away with one there. But instead, 3rd and 6. Gardner looking to the left. He finds the custom prospect, Tyler Mcmullen, who gets his first notable touch. It's for a gain of 7 that extends the drive for the Missouri Tigers. Can they punch it in, though? James, right-hand side, and it's barbecue chicken as nobody was home. And that will lead to a touchdown for Missouri. And that actually does end up marking the first touchdown that Missouri has scored in this game. But still down by 2 possessions. They need to find a way to stop us. We looked really good in the last drive, and we almost threw an interception. Very fortunate that Spencer Leach could not corral it in. It would have been a kind of difficult catch, but I've seen that play made before by defensive backs. As now, Antonio Dunn, we check it down to him, and he does manage to go ahead, pick up the 1st down. You love to see it. So a 1st and 10 coming. Royal in the shotgun. Looks left, that's covered. Looks again to the left, and it's Antonio Dunn crossing. Wanting to get it out to Dan Romero, but he was covered on that curl route. He did a really nice job of covering it. And we still got a 7-yard gain nonetheless, despite that nice job by the defense from preventing us from going to our primary option in this situation. Is now another 1st and 10 on the way. Royal under shotgun. It's a play fake. Royal, he's looking, throws over the middle and finds Sean Albert. Huge 1st down for a gain of 20. And we're back in the red zone again. Looking for another touchdown. 5 wide. Royal looks right, gets it out to Tate, and Tate got the 1st down. Jeremy Tate, a name that I have not called in a while, but first catch of the day, and it sets up a goal line opportunity that we will try to play through once this 4th quarter gets officially started. 1 quarter away from going to the SEC championship game. We just have to take care of business real quick to go and play in that SEC championship game, as that's another touchdown for Oklahoma. That'll certainly help us out. We extend the lead, making it 28-10 now, as we will go ahead and kick it off back to Missouri as Royal, not to be confused with Maurice Royal, he gets loose and is fumbled. We got the fumble and it's going to be recovered. And how about this field position that we get to go ahead and work with? Oh, baby. I would love to see that. Let's drop the hammer. Except this play is actually going to be reviewed, and looking a little bit closer, it actually looked like his elbow was down. And they do end up going ahead and reversing the call. So we definitely got lucky. Well, we did not get lucky. Is what I meant to say. We thought we had a turnover, and turns out it was not a turnover. So good call by the refs, but you hate to see it go against us. As Gardner looks over the middle, finds William Penn, nice catch for a gain of 14. Third catch of the day for William Penn. As now, 2nd and 6. Gardner looking to the right. He's going to throw it to Tyler Mcmullen. He gets loose a little bit. 20-yard catch. Has to be forced out of bounds, though. Nice catch by the custom prospect. As it sets up another 1st and 10. Gardner needing to throw some more. It's Patterson, but Patterson cannot bring it in, though. So now 2nd and 10 coming. We got Gardner under shotgun. He's got a running back to protect him, but Farquaad makes the catch. And Nick Gunn, who's been so good over the last couple of games. He's had 2 interceptions in the last 2 games. He's gonna... No, it's a holding. Wow. I guess offsetting penalties do not exist in NCAA 14. I haven't seen that before. But we got away with a face mask. That is 100% for sure. Definitely became very fortunate about that. So a 3rd and 25 that they got to try and get. Definitely a tall task. As Gardner, 3rd and 25, facing pressure to right-hand side, gets it out to Bridges to make it a little bit closer, but it's nowhere close to the sticks, though. And no surprises there. They're going to go for it. 4th and 20. We'll see if we can get some heat on this quarterback. We don't. And matter of fact, we got beat down the sideline. It's William Penn for a 38-yard catch. And oh my goodness, we did not do a good job with that coverage. If William Penn actually stayed on his feet, that would have been a touchdown, I would think. But instead, another 4th down coming up. As now, Gardner, he looks right over the middle, and it's Tyler Mcmullen. It's a 1st down catch. We tried to cover him, but it didn't work out for us. The user kind of backfiring a little bit, and it's going to lead to a touchdown for the Missouri Tigers. So after the fumble on the kickoff return gets overruled, they march down the field. Not only make it a 2-score game, but if they get 2 possessions, it'll be a 10-point difference, and they do just that. And things could get very interesting right here. And speaking of things that are interesting, LSU trying to make this a game as well. 6 minutes left. They're down by 9. Georgia looking to make it to that national championship once again. And looking like they are also very close to going ahead and playing in the SEC championship. The question is, do we go up against them? As Dan Romero looking to make a dream a reality down the sideline. He's brought down at the 40-yard line. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. So now, 2nd and 7. It's Royal under center. He's going to get it out to the right. He's got some space. It's Antonio Dunn. He's got blocks down the sideline. Is it going to be an end zone? No. But inside the 5-yard line, nonetheless. And we could try to run a little bit of clock, but I like to do that a little bit closer to 3 minutes. So Maurice Royal will take care of the rest, man. It's another touchdown for Oklahoma. And in a drive that I thought we would get some more time off the clock, that didn't necessarily happen. But we do extend the lead. We do make it a 17-point game. At this point, Missouri kind of more so playing for pride. I don't see them coming back from this kind of deficit considering how much is left in the game. As Jim Farquaad makes another reception. One more catch could get him to 100 yards. As now, Gardner looking on a 2nd and 1. Looks to the left and finds Aaron Williams for the 1st down. He gets himself out of bounds right away to save clock. 1st and 10. Gardner looking over the middle. He finds Aaron Williams once more. But this time brought down in the field of play. And that clock is going to be ticking. 2:40 left to go in the 4th quarter. Gardner facing pressure is going to be brought down. How about that? By the defensive line to generate some pressure. And it looks like it's Johnson that brings the hammer down. And nothing left to lose. Missouri is going to go for it. 4th and 11. We didn't get him off the field the last 2 4th down conversions, but this time we do get him off the field as Barry Thorne actually did almost have himself an interception there. And that's going to do it, man. We're going to win this one by a final score of 35-18. Great win by our program in the border war. So I actually forgot that this was a rivalry game until after I actually started playing. But either way, we take care of business. We end up with another pretty good win against our rival school. We end up with over 400 yards of total offense, 198 on the ground, and 239 through the air. Missouri could not run the ball on us. They only had 52 yards the entire time, but they did have some good throwing numbers, 259 yards passing the thing. We didn't get any turnovers. They had one turnover on us, but other than that, it was honestly a pretty clean game. And hey, we found a way to win, and we get a double-digit season in our first year as the head coach of Oklahoma. Checking out the stats for our guys today, and Maurice Royal had a pretty average day, I would say. He ended up 239, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. Nothing too flashy. Running game though, Antonio Dunn. This brother is a bad man, dude. 22 carries, 158 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Maurice Royal also chipped in as well, 10 yards and a touchdown off of 6 carries. For the receiving core, nobody got over 100 yards receiving, but Brett Parker was the lucky recipient of a Maurice Royal touchdown. He ended up only with 2 catches for 6 yards. Our 2 leading receivers though, Antonio Dunn and Sean Albert though, they each had 72 yards off of 4 catches. And so that takes us to our defense, who had another pretty solid day today. Eric Gunn led the way in tackles, and I love the talent this kid has. I really do. 10 tackles, 2 TFLs in this one. That's fantastic. Barry Foran, Anthony Baker, and Cedric Bailey tied for second place, as they both had 6 tackles apiece. Meanwhile, we just did a legendary job of harassing this quarterback today. Marcus Johnson, huge game for him today. 3 sacks, 4 TFLs in this one. He was unstoppable. Anthony Baker looked good. He got a couple of sacks in there, 3 TFLs. And then Barry Foran's only TFL himself also ended up being a sack. Well, we did end up getting any turnovers. We played hard early, and then we were able to sit on that lead to put them in a spot where they're not going to be very comfortable in, and it certainly showed, man. So we'll see how high we jump. Hopefully we get ourselves into the top 5 with this kind of win. So as we're getting ready to simulate closer to the final game of the regular season, we get a mixed bag. Raxwell, a 79 overall wide receiver, we get him to sign on the dotted line. He's going to go very well with the tradition that we have at Oklahoma in terms of our prolific wide receivers. But one of the custom prospects, the only custom prospect I think that we were actively going after, Santiago Gracias, he ends up committing to one of our rivals in Nebraska. We were in a recruiting battle with him. We could not bring it home, unfortunately. So that's really unfortunate. But Nebraska is a quality football program at the very least. But as we prepare for the final week of the regular season, we jump up to number 6 in the country. So we are certainly not out of the national championship hunt yet. But next episode, gonna be a really important game for us. The Bedlam Series. Even though we're in different conferences, this rivalry game for the Battle of Oklahoma, this always means something to me, man. So we go up against 8-3 Oklahoma State in the next episode as they look to play spoiler to our national championship hopes. But let's see if we can go ahead and foot stomp that real quick. But either way, it's going to be a fantastic episode, and I hope you guys are extremely excited for it. If you are, I need you guys to go ahead, smash that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. This is John Shake Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.